Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Pizza Story podcast. Today I have Tim Kendrick from High Street Pizza and Poorhouse as a guest. Tim, hi. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
It's my pleasure. We've been looking forward to doing this for a while now.
Absolutely. So you guys are in Virginia, right?
Yeah, we're in a Portsmouth, Virginia. So we're located like right across the water from Norfolk, which is a big naval base.
Mhm.
We're right on the coast. Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's get into your story. I want to hear how you got into pizza, starting with, kind of like how you grew up and when you got bit by the pizza bug.
Yeah. So uh, there was a small little Italian restaurant up the street from where I grew up. It was one of my first restaurant jobs, and they had a big pizza oven in there. And of course, they did pizza, and yeah, it wasn't to the level what we're doing now, but it was definitely, putting stuff in the oven, baking it, coming out. We were making pizzas, and it was, yeah, cooking became really like something I realized I was really good at. I liked the environment. I liked the stereo on in the back, the sharp knives were all hanging out basically, and the, instant gratification you see when someone actually eats something that you made was, it was pretty all right on the time. Like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I wasn't good at school. That kind of environment didn't suit me well at all, but kitchens and restaurants in general did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that small little Italian Didio's was the name of the restaurant. They had been around forever. My old man ate his first pizza there, and I got in there, and Grandma Didio was still there, and she, you know, showed me the ropes of the kitchen for the first time.
That's so cool. So, I wasn't sure if, you and I didn't talk a lot before the podcast, but I was born kind of in a pizzeria. My grandfather opened it in 1960 and we all worked there our whole lives. But my dad became, he was a teacher and he became a superintendent and he was very big on school, even though we had the pizzeria. And I was the same as you. I hated school.
Yeah, that was not my jam.
No, I didn't wanna be there. I was like, "Why am I
Yeah,
here all day?" And it was almost like a struggle. And now, of course, I've do business and pizza and stuff like that, but there is something really nice about being in a kitchen and
yeah,
the vibe and the music and just the gratification of somebody eating the food that you really put your heart and soul into making.
yeah. It's special. It's a special thing for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So take me through. So, you're growing up, you're working in this place, this pizzeria, and you're making pizza. So then what happens after that?
I mean, like fast forward to yeah, I decided that restaurants were going to be for me, and I just started working. I tried to work in the best restaurant I can get my hand on, what that would take me, and I would tell myself, I'm gonna go a year, no matter what. I'm gonna do a year in this place and
Yeah.
figure out everything I can figure out, and watch everything I can watch, and learn and watch their mistakes and their successes, and kind of mentally put that all in my head. And then I started working in the front of the house of the restaurant, and I got bit by the wine bugs, and started doing a lot of fine dining and wine sales, and really went all in on wine. And met my wife at this steak steakhouse we were working at, and she got her level two with the master quarter sommeliers, and um, we were doing that whole route. And then we were both running the front of the house of a restaurant that had a wood fired pizza menu, and COVID hit, and it kind of just derailed everything. The restaurant shut down for a couple months. We both lost our income.
Wow.
Yeah, it was super scary. And I had stepped out. I'd cooked for like 13 years in restaurants, and then was now doing front of the house. And at that point, I'd put in almost another 15 or 20 or 10 at that point years in the front of the house. And when COVID hit, I just started making lasagnas. I mean, I made a lasagna and I posted on Instagram. And one of my buddies contacted me, goes, "How much for that lasagna?" And I was like,
Mm.
"Oh, I don't know, man, $60." He goes, "Sold." And I was like, "Oh shit!" So I made him a lasagna and I brought it out and delivered it to him. And then he put it on his Facebook page, and it kind of exploded to where I was doing like $1,000 a week in lasagna in this kitchen in like me and my girlfriend's condo, just doing
Wow.
these ready-made lasagna, like we're grinding our own sausage. And I mean, it was insane. It was insane by the time, like it was just insane time. So I'm driving all over Hampton Roads, dropping pizzas off on people's front doorsteps, and my girlfriend would my wife would get Venmos from the people at the time, and it kind of got my confidence back up for cooking. And then this space in the old town where we live became available, um, and I jumped it. with two partners of mine, and I put together this menu. I was like freaking out when we first got in here because we had this big giant pizza oven that was like, I mean, it's electric. We have no gas in the oven in the restaurant at all,
Yeah.
and it's just a beat up baker's pride oven, 72 big boy oven, two decks, and all
Wow.
these pizza screens. And I'm freaking out because I came from the restaurant I came from when we were working in the front of the house, had like this really nice wood oven. They're doing Neapolitan style and these beautiful pizzas. And now I'm opening up this pizza restaurant and I'm looking at these beat up screens and I'm having a full on panic attack in the restaurant before we even opened. I'm like, what have I done? And it's like there's a bunch of New York style pizza places all around us, you know. And I'm like, how am I going to stand out? Portsmouth is kind of a grittier part of town of Hampton Roads, and you know, I was on Instagram and I saw a pair square pie guys on Instagram, and I'm like, what is that? I had never seen a Detroit pizza before.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What is this?" And I started doing a deep dive into it, and like we're 5 months from opening. I just told everybody we're doing Detroit pizza, and they're like, "What is that?" And I was like, "I don't know. We're gonna figure it out." And I bought 100 pans, and when we opened that first weekend, we sold out, and I couldn't believe it. And then I realized I'm clicking around like, who's my competition? Who else is doing Detroit pizzas in Hampton Roads? And no one. And there's like one guy in a pizza truck in Newport News that does a great Detroit, but he also does Neapolitan style. But we were it besides Little Caesars. And
Wow.
there was like this all of a sudden we found this niche that um I mean luckily we just fell into. And um yeah, here we are now. Yeah, it's been insane. We're going into our fourth year in February. All our sales just keep going up, and employees keep showing up, bills are paid, and there's a little money at the end of the month, and I couldn't ask for more at this point. Yeah, it's been great.
Wow, that is absolutely an incredible story. So, first of all, I love lasagna.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, me too, me too. Yeah, that
love
was
it.
our family's. We have lasagna every Christmas. My mom would bang out a huge lasagna for the family, and it was
Yeah.
like my favorite thing of the year was that lasagna. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, we usually have a Christmas day. We do ravioli on Christmas Eve and, we
yeah,
do like a 7 fish thing, but,
yeah,
yeah, Christmas Day is always lasagna. So,
yeah,
basically, you guys start selling lasagnas.
yeah.
You're just selling tons of lasagnas, and then you suddenly start are you making pizzas too, and you're selling the pizzas?
No, no, no pizzas, just
Okay.
lasagna. And it kind of that got me like the confidence to attack a place and go, okay, I can. My cooking is where it could be to where I could pull this off. And
Wow.
yeah, yeah, it's been amazing. Yeah, it's been great. Like the staff that we've accumulated over the 4 years right now is probably like the best we've ever had. We're really humming right now. It's nice to see.
That's so
There's
cool.
times when there was just me back here and no dishwasher and running around, or someone wouldn't show up, and that's not the case anymore right now. So knock on wood, but yeah, it's great.
Yeah. No, I get it. I've been there. I've been in my
Yeah,
family's pizzeria where it's like, "Okay, I gotta run the ovens and make the pizzas,
yeah,
and, oh, the dishwasher didn't show up, gotta do that, gotta go bust the
yeah,
tables," and
yeah,
yeah, do every single
yeah,
job in the place.
yeah, yeah. It's not a good feeling, but when you get through it, you get through it.
Wow, and I
Yeah.
also love that you just decided you were like, "We're doing Detroit style," and the pizzas look incredible, like, on the Instagram page. Like, tell me about your menu.
Yeah. So with with COVID and when we first opened in 2022, like it was really hard to get certain items. Like you would run out. Like the supply chain was just so jacked up.
Yeah,
So I just went QR code on the menu. That way, when I'm here and my wife's at home, if something happens that Cisco or PFG or IGS shows up and we don't like what we're seeing, we can just go, hey, take the Kilauea pizza off the menu and we'll do something different. And so it's not like our servers are walking up with the menu going, okay, well, we don't have this tonight. We don't have this tonight. We don't have that. We'll scratch that out. And it just became like a really kind of a flowing, always changing menu just out of the fact that it was hard to get things when we opened up. Like you didn't know if your chicken was going to show up or if, they done, well, pepperoni's out this week, you just didn't know. So it was out of that, it turned into a really cool thing where we're just like always just kind of moving the menu around. We have staples that stay, like the pepperoni and honey always stays on the menu.
yeah,
Pepperoni red sauce is always on the menu, but like an in and out pizza, which is like our burger pizza, comes on, comes off, and um, it's always kind of like whenever I feel like doing it, that's what we're gonna do. A pork belly looks cool. Let's do a pork belly pizza. Or my favorite band was in town last week at Hampton, and I did 3 nights of 3 of their songs. So each night was a song from the band, and
Wow.
um, we did one called "The Lawn Boy," and we had whipped pistachio
Mm.
compound into ricotta with arugula and Castro Trevano olives and roasted garlic and pesto. So it's just like this vibrant green pizza. It looks kind of like a lawn when you look at it. And people went nuts over it. So it's been on our special board for like the last week now because people just keep wanting it. And that's how things kind of move onto the menu. Well, our special board changes pretty much daily. And then when we find something that really like grabs people's interest, it'll start making comebacks onto the menu and stuff.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, not only
So
on
it
like
keeps
the
it fun, and we never get. I suffer from ADD. I don't know if I suffer, but I've been out in this world raw dogging ADD. Like I don't take any medication for it, so we're just it's whatever. I just like I don't want to do this anymore. We just change it, and it just kind of it keeps me focused on what we're doing.
yeah.
It's real easy to get distracted when you're doing the same thing over and over and over and every day. And we do to a degree. There's different, things that have to happen that way, but the toppings and the vibe and the music that night or the specials that we run or, it doesn't have to be that way. It can change all the time. It doesn't have to be the same thing. And then you find people kind of like get off on it. They come in like, oh, what the fuck's he up to today? And it turns it into me a lot more fun, a fun environment, and it keeps me super engaged the entire time.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, on a marketing side too, like, you have your people who are like, "Here, I'm return customer, I want the plain, or I want the pepperoni, or I want this," but then it's like, "Oh, they have this now, I have to go try
Yeah.
this," so it gets more people in, which is amazing.
Yeah, and it's also I think like the limit like we don't have a freezer, we have a walk-in and that's about it. So we're making everything in small batches. So we'll run that pizza until the what we if we roasted off a whole pan of chicken, the pizza runs until the chicken's done, and that's it. It's done, and it might come back tomorrow, and maybe it doesn't. So you might want to get that pizza tonight because it might not be there tomorrow. It kind of builds that like I need to get it. I have to have it. I mean, when will I see it again? I don't know. That's my favorite. He brought it back. We get a
Yeah.
lot of that. It's fun.
That's really, really cool. Now, I wanna talk to you because you have your pizzeria and the menu, but you have the poorhouse too, and I know that you and your wife both have this background in wine, so can you tell me a
Yeah,
little bit about that?
yeah. So we both worked at this really nice restaurant that had a massive wine program, and that's why we were both there. She came there for the same reasons I did before we knew each other, was to work with this giant, massive wine program. And we learned a whole lot, and I got my level 1 certification, and we both went for our level 2, and she passed, I failed.
No.
It was super awkward, but she is definitely the better half when it comes to that. So her palate is amazing. But yeah,
Mhm.
she picks all. We have 20 taps on the wall, so she picks all of our beer. We have a full wine cocktail liquor. Um, she makes all our cocktail list. She picks all of our wine, constantly tasting. We'll bring vintners in when they're on the East Coast, and we'll do a wine dinner with them. Yeah, it's a good pairing. Like wine and pizza are one of my favorite things in the world.
Yeah.
Especially when it gets nailed. We do a fungi pizza with roasted garlic and roasted cremini mushrooms and
Mm.
fresh ricotta. Um, and we a Willamette Valley Pinot Noir, and that pizza is like one of the greatest things on the planet. It's just the perfect pairing. Those mushrooms with that Pinot Noir is awesome.
It sounds absolutely incredible.
It's a good time.
So good. So let's say you're walking into your pizzeria on any given day, what are you eating?
What if I'm coming in? Well, like today at lunch. So we've opened up for lunch from Thursdays to Sundays now,
Mhm.
and we're making our own focaccia bread, and we've been using that to make sandwiches. So we roasted off an entire ribeye roast yesterday, and we're gonna slice that up with some crispy fried onions. We made a nice smoked Gouda cream sauce and some house pickles on that focaccia, and we're calling it the 2001 Beef Odyssey
Oh,
Sando, and that's gonna be my go-to today if I come in.
so
Um,
good.
yeah, and like I said, we'll run that sandwich until we've sliced all the beef, and then Sunday it probably won't be here. We'll have a different sandwich on the board.
Wow, that's incredible. So you guys have like your pizza offering, your sandwiches, you have your
Yep.
drinks,
Yep.
homemade focaccia, amazing.
Yeah, we do our own meatballs.
Oh,
We still, like when we're doing the lasagna, we make our own Italian sausage here at the restaurant. Um, yeah, we make our own sauce, dough from scratch. We try to be make it our own as much as we possibly can
yeah. Now
with the
does
space that we have.
sure, sure. Does the
Yeah.
lasagna stay on the menu or is that something that
No,
rotates?
no, that's something I bring back in the like when it starts getting cold, I'll
Yeah.
bring it out. Like when we hit November, you'll start seeing that lasagna start hitting the menu. And people really enjoy it.
Oh man, I
It
need to
takes
get
the
my
heat off the pizza guy a little bit too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
absolutely.
getting
Yeah.
crushed all every night.
Oh, I bet he does.
Yeah, yeah. Our pizza guy gets murdered.
Yeah. No, there's
Yeah.
certain admiration for the guy that's running the ovens.
It's a special job here. Everyone gets out of that guy's way.
Oh,
He's
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I love that you guys are family owned and that, you have this business with your wife. So can you kinda tell me what pizza's meant for your family?
Like I said, like growing up, man, Friday night was pizza night, and we had a big round coffee table and we sat down and we had, six members of our family and all tear some pizza apart. That's when like pizza, like, I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, pizza night was the best night
Yeah.
of the week. And then working in the pizzeria with that small Italian family and seeing how hard they worked and how much that meant to them. And then now, having my own restaurant and I have three children and, they're running around and my son's washing dishes on, Saturday night, just getting his ass handed to him. And like when I say washing dishes, we don't have a dishwasher. We hand wash everything in the restaurant. It's a three
Wow.
compartment sink. And like I said, it's all plates, like we have wine. It's a full restaurant and hand washing everything. At first I was like, this is crazy. Now I love it. I just think we do a better job than machines do. It might not be as fast or as efficient, but it's just better. But yeah, my son's on that dish pit every Saturday night and he wants on that pizza station bad now. So that's how it works. Everyone starts. If you work here, you pull that dish pit, and you got to prove you can hold that down before you can even look at the pizza station.
Yeah.
And every single person that's on my line right now has started on that dish pit. Yeah,
Yeah, same with my family's pizzeria.
yep,
We started like, 8, 9 folding boxes, but then it was like
yep,
dishes and the same thing, no dishwasher. We
yeah,
scrubbed those fucking pans. I mean,
yeah,
like a million and we had the 3 and they were stacked. And then
yeah,
it was like you were dying to get on the pizza station, and then when you
yeah.
really made it, you were on the ovens.
Yeah. When you're on the ovens, you're the man. Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right. That's
Yeah, that was
absolutely
like
right.
18, like before, like
Nothing changes. It's just a pizza. Nothing changes. That's how it is everywhere. I think once you get on that, once you're opening that oven and you're feeling that heat on your face, it's real.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
And,
what is
and,
your
and it's a deck oven, so everybody's got the scars all on their arms, and
yeah.
you was wearing like badges now around the restaurant.
Absolutely, yeah, no, and the same we have a deck oven too, same type
Yep,
of oven.
yep, yep. You can always tell when someone's worked a deck oven by the marks on their arms. It was like a zebra stripes.
And it burns all the hair off your arms.
Yeah. We call our oven Bertha, and she's big and she's extremely hot. If you look at her wrong, she'll burn you.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
one of my buddies was working with me, and when we first opened, and we had worked in restaurants forever. And I looked at him one day, and we just been getting the living shit burned out on us all day. And I'm like, have you ever been burned more in a restaurant than in this motherfucker? And he's like, no, this place is the hottest restaurant. Like everything is hot in this place, dude. If you can't, yeah, I've never. This place is will learn you real quick. It's small, it's super tight line. Um, like yeah, it's this place will get you quick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we had the same thing, I mean, we were just open a couple days a week, 4 days a week or something, but,
Yeah,
probably like you guys, you get slammed and you order
yeah,
after order after order and you're moving so
yeah,
fast and
yeah.
you get burnt, you don't even notice.
Yeah. We're doing like on a Saturday, like this Saturday. There's a nice little German restaurant right across the street from us called the Beer Garden, and it's a nice little German family. It's been there forever. They've been there forever. I hope one day High Street has got their legacy that they have. But they do Oktoberfest, and they'll shut the street down right in front of us, and they'll tent it off, and it's like 3,000 people show up, pack this tent, and they're all hanging out and they're drinking German beer. Well, we get crushed because people come off and they got a little buzz on them, and and I have our vents blow right onto the street, so all they smell is our big fan. It's like you can see them. We're just bringing them in, and we'll have one of our biggest nights will be this weekend because of Oktoberfest. But we'll do 250, 250, 270 pizzas that day.
Wow.
Yeah, all it's nuts. If you can see the space that we have, it's crazy that how many pizzas could come out of this little ass kitchen.
Wow, that's really cool. So, did you guys have a special reason for picking the name for your pizzeria?
We're on High Street in Portsmouth,
Yeah.
so it's kind of a no brainer. Yeah, and it when we first got the space, it had 40 taps,
Wow.
and I just thought that was nuts. I was just like, yeah, this is just we, one. When I walked into the walk-in, it was obvious that the walk-in was only for beer for the space when I got in here, and I was like, well, that's got to change. Half of the walk-in is now for the pizza for our product. The other half is our beer. So yeah, the poorhouse was. I mean, we're going to be pouring a lot of beer. We pour a lot of beer. We pour a lot of wine. It just kind of all made sense.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, do you have anyone in the industry or anyone that you feel like kind of has inspired you in this direction for pizza?
Yeah, I get up every morning, and me and my number two, Bob, we talk about. I don't know if you follow Flout Pizza. Um,
No.
he's out of Ireland and I think Belfast, and he like mills his own flour. He has his own butcher down the street making his own pepperoni. And the guy's a madman.
Wow.
And like I get up every morning, just look at that, and just realize like I'm like, all right, here we go. Try to keep up with this guy. You know, his pizzas look amazing. He does a Detroit pizza. He does a Chicago tavern, New York style. He's just his Instagram. I've never had it, but I see his Instagram and I know that pizza's fire just by looking at it. You interviewed Pizza Delora.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, her pizzas look out of this world. I've been following her for a long time.
Yeah.
And then locally, man, we got some local. We have Loma Pizza. Those guys are amazing. If you haven't seen them, check them out. Chelsea Bakehouse also makes a really, really awesome Neapolitan style. It's local around here. And then Sour Street Pizza, they're amazing. Yeah, those
Wow.
guys. I'm on all those pages and looking at what they're doing. And Lomo and Sour Street and Chelsea, I'm eating their pizza all the time. It's fire. It's super good.
That's so cool. That's what I really love about the pizza community, and that's, how I grew up too. It was like,
Yeah,
you eat each other's food, you're friends, you help each other out, and there's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like this it's a friendly competition, but, like, you're there kinda supporting each other.
Yeah, well, I mean, no one's going to eat in your restaurant every night.
Yeah,
So and you just want everyone to be like pushing themselves to do better because it only you know brings more people out to what's going on. And if there's a bunch of restaurants doing cool pizzas, then people start getting excited about it, and it turns into a whole buzz, and that's what you want. You want people excited to come in the door, and like I tell my staff all the time, it's like we get invited to a pizza party every fucking day. You know what I mean? Like every day we get invited to a pizza party. Every day. Have you ever not been invited to a pizza party? It sucks.
yeah,
You
it
know what I
does
mean?
suck.
You want to be at the pizza party,
Yeah,
and we get to do that every single day. And we try to like when first the people come in the door, we try to hit them with that excitement that we're having to come in, sit down with your family or with your significant other and have a good time and enjoy this pizza and drink in the vibe. And I mean, Old Town's a special place anyway. It's, just little, we're tucked into like, we have the second largest collection of pre-antebellum homes on the East Coast.
wow.
And we're just sitting right in the middle of it. Like next to Charleston, it's us. And we have it's just a cool little town that we have here. And half our clientele walks up to the restaurant. I walk up here. I live 2 blocks away. More than half my staff lives a block away.
Wow.
It's special. You know what I mean? You're cooking for the people you're going to see in the morning at the coffee shop. I went to get coffee today, and Howie, the guy that works for Merrill Lynch, looks at me and goes, "I'll see you tonight." And you're like, "All right, Howie." Yeah, it's just
Wow.
that's how it is every day. It's kind of a dream come true, really. It's amazing.
Yeah, what an amazing life, and just getting to be part of this community. It seems like you guys are such a staple in the community.
Yeah, like, we're here we've only been here 4 years. Like I said, the beer garden is Barron's Pub across the street. These guys have been here for 30 plus years. They kind of blazed the trails for us on High Street and got us set up because Portsmouth kind of gets a little bit of a bad rap. Um, in the area, but once you get down here and you start mingling with the people in the farmers market and you just look around, it's just, this place is awesome. It's awesome and special, and it always has been. Like ever since I was a kid, I can remember coming down here and just being like, I want to be down here all the time. It was always a dream to have a restaurant on this corner, and we have it. I tell everybody when I interview, I'm like, just so you know, you're walking into my dream. Like I always wanted
Wow.
to have something on this corner, not specifically this corner, but on the four corners that we're at. I walked into Barron's across the street when I was underage, had my first beer, and looked around. And I was like, "Oh, we're doing this for the rest of my life." And here we are. It's crazy to think about sometimes.
That's absolutely incredible. I am going to, pave my route when I go from Florida to the Northeast to try to pass right by you guys so that we can
Yeah,
stop there.
yeah, yeah. You can do it. Do it, please do. Yeah, and like I said, it's not just you can hit me, and there's four or five other like legit pizza places around here that deserve anything and everything they can get for sure.
Absolutely. Now, Tim, how do people find you?
We're on Instagram. We're High Street Pizza. When you pull us up, and that's kind of like one of the best ways to kind of see what we're doing. That's my ADD brain on that page. That's me doing that. You can tell by all the misspellings and, and I have to send everything to my wife first, have her edit it before I post it. But
Sure.
yeah, that's how you can tell if we're closed, if something happened, if we're doing a special pizza, what's going to be on the board that day. We have specials each week, so we announce those all the time on the Instagram. Same with Facebook, High Street Pizza on Facebook. Yeah.
Awesome. So, guys, go and follow them. It's at High Street Pizza. If you're in Virginia or passing through, definitely stop in. The page is amazing. Pizza looks amazing. You guys are on my list. Tim, thank you so much for being a guest on the podcast.
It was my pleasure, and thanks for the opportunity to let us get the word out about our little shop. It's a great thing you're doing. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot wait to promote you guys. I support and love what you're doing.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it, and we'll take any help we can get.